sure to check out brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com. brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com for my latest book, The Language of Symbols, and all sorts of merchandise from t-shirts, the Trump World Order t-shirt, the Hillary Not My President t-shirt, or the Jail Soros t-shirt, all available at the Bruce Montalvo store, the official Bruce Montalvo store, at brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com.
TalkStream Live introduces our first ever iPhone application, Mobile Talk Radio. Imagine having the freedom to take live talk radio with you anywhere you go. You'll be surprised how easy it is to use.
So I think what's going on here is that Obama is banking on unemployment falling.
Listen to live talk shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. TalkStream Live. Now available in the iTunes App Store.
With SRN News, I'm Ron DeRockstra. President Trump says his administration is ready to tackle tax reform. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
With the GOP healthcare bill defeated, the president is looking ahead to his next priority.
We'll probably be going right now for tax reform.
The president has been promising to secure major tax cuts for the American people. Spokesman Sean Spicer said Mr. Trump is very committed to tax reform and that the administration has set an ambitious goal of getting a deal by the August recess. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Also at srnnews.com, the European summit in Rome is over. Leaders there at the European Union's 27 remaining countries toasted and celebrated the 60th anniversary of the signing of the EU's founding treaty. Danish Prime Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen says it's important to remember what the EU has achieved.
I think it's of huge importance to remember the past, the divided Europe, which we have united. The single market, which have created prosperity in all European countries.
The festivities come just days before Britain formally signals the beginning of its exit from the EU. In New York City, the funeral today for the 44-year-old New York City EMT run over by her own ambulance after it was carjacked by a man that police later arrested. New York City Fire Department Commissioner Daniel Nigro says Yadria Arroyo was a true hero to the city.
She was a hero. She died a hero, but more importantly, she lived as one. A hero to her neighborhood, a hero to her 5 sons, a hero to the men and women she served with at Station 26.
One person dead, another injured in the hospital after a shooting on the Las Vegas Strip. The gunman surrendered to police. This is SRN News. A high school voucher bill is advancing in the Texas legislature. SRN's Michael Harrington has more.
The plan offers families public money to send their children to private and religious schools, and it's headed to the full Texas State Senate. Senator Larry Taylor's measure would create state-subsidized education saving accounts for parents while offering tax credits to businesses that sponsor private schools via donations. The issue has long roiled the legislature, with Republican-led Senates backing school choice, but such plans stalling in the GOP-controlled House. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
9 Venezuelan converts to Judaism have arrived in the Promised Land. Israel's law of return gives Jews the world over the right to settle in the Jewish state. But the Venezuelan converts were denied entry late last year over concerns they were only looking to take advantage of Israel's immigration policies to flee the troubled South American nation. This is SRN News. An Army veteran has been awarded the Bronze Star for his heroism in a Vietnam War battle that left more than 50 U.S. soldiers dead and close to 200 injured.
Retired Sergeant Joseph Engels was presented with the military distinction during a ceremony in his hometown of Murrieta in Southern California. Former Major General Julian Burns presented the award to Engels for gallantry in the face of the enemy during a battle in March 1967. Burns said in a statement that Engels was seriously wounded during the battle but continued to man his gun and return fire. He says Engels also neutralized a rocket that landed nearby. Burns says after battlefield medics removed shrapnel from Engels' arm, he immediately returned to his gun to continue fighting. Patrick Foss reporting.
A study of the Chicago Police Department's stop and frisk procedures shows dramatic decrease in the number of stops since an ACLU lawsuit, but the study also found officers are still targeting racial minorities. More details at srnnews.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra.
Oh yeah, if you want to support Bruce Montalvo and all the Montalvo maniacs, yeah, be sure to go to paypal.com, yeah, and type in the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, yeah. And you can give Montalvo a $5 donation, $25 donation, even 25 cents, yeah, helps in the fight against the New World Order. Support the Bruce Montalvo Show. Go to paypal.com, the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, and help out the Montalvo maniacs, yeah.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one of a kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Be sure to use our 40% off coupon, BRUCE40, at checkout to receive this fabulous offer.
It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept.
About to incite a riot. Make some noise, break up the silence. Scream and shout, no being quiet. Spread the facts until you buy it. Come to my den, I got toys for torture. We drink the blood fresh just to stay immortals. We bring a thug fest, calling all New Yorkers. And keep a bayonet for the future slaughters. Take your bets, the players make them offers. Heads or tails, your life is on a quarter. All the king's men tally up their horses, forging ahead with a secret missile launching. Off to Georgia and start to cross the borders. In my bedroom, I'm making all the orders. If you come, you won't make it till morning. Get the picture, maybe kinda sort of. Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Ropes, check. Receiver, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. I got the right moves, I know what you do. You know I love you, but I'll still sue you. Don't take your questions, I'm too a guru.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to a man that can give the razor's edge to all the bad guys. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show.
That's right, Bruce. You know, what about me? You forgot about me? Your right hand?
Yeah, you're on my right, not on my left, because the left is sinister. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, you fucking rednecks. It's March 24th. 2017. I was about to sound like Obama. Go it. I was about to start stuttering.
Yo, I'm pretty convinced that Big O was a opium smoking guy, or either that or he shot heroin between his big toes.
Between his fat toe, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to a special double feature Friday. If you have been listening, we had the great Jordan Maxwell on, and that was one hell of an interview. You could catch that at Spreaker.com/The Bruce Montalvo Show. And a big shout out to everybody that tuned in via TalkStream Live. We're on every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Same Montalvo time, same Montalvo dial. I have a blast every time I bring that guy on. I mean, I get to talk about, space reptoids and, all sorts of stuff.
This is really great, yeah. I just got a message from one of your fans. They said it was awesome, no words necessary.
No words necessary. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening, and our heart goes out to all our fans. Let's get down to brass tacks. Trump's deal-making abilities have been put to the test, haven't they? With this Obamacare light they tried to pass off.
Yeah, my opinion on this Obamacare. I never read the bill. I told you not to read the bill because it didn't get passed.
Who are you, Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
What, they got to pass the bill first and then I could read it?
Pelosi Lugosi. Well, it's not your job. You're not a litigator. You're not going to have any...
No, I'm just a lonely talk show host. Well, not so lonely because I got your...
Well, not a litigator.
Big gazongas,
you're not a law writer. You're not a... you know what I'm saying? You're not part of the Senate. You're not writing Congressional House.
That's right. I'm not Neil Gorsuch.
He's not writing that either. He's just going to decide on the law. But
right.
My perception of the entire healthcare thing, because I kind of stayed on the sidelines. I wasn't reading between the lines. I was just really looking at the bigger picture. And it didn't seem organized in the beginning. I'm not saying his heart and his head is completely right. What needs to be done is a serious plan, not a rush. Don't pass something off. I think he realized that there was a passing off with some, but encoded with some gun restriction
He's
laws.
just going to, right, I was going to get to that, but he's just, in his words, in Trump's word, he said that they're just going to wait for it to implode, for it to explode, for it to just fall apart. They got to see it destroy itself first. And like you said, I was reading that Breitbart article where there were hidden gun control provisions inside the bill. So maybe, Chris Matthews, that pillow-biting bastard, wants to say that, Trump lost, it's a loss for Trump. I don't think so. If anything, I think Trump, he pulled the rug right under Ryan's feet.
Okay, what needs to be done are, like you said, government out of healthcare, but what needs really, there needs to be separation of the health from the government, and then separation from the doctors to the hospitals, because some people do not abuse doctors. Some people don't like to go to a million doctors. Some people, they wake up and they think, what doctor can I visit today? Do I go to my therapist? Do I go to my orthopedic surgeon? Do I go to my chiropractor? I don't know. They got a million different hang-ups. They go to the ophthalmologist, they go to the toeologist, the podiatrist. But
they go to their buttologist?
Yeah. So people kind of overuse it because they don't really take that much care of themselves. Because, that takes work. And we don't want to do it. We want to leave it to the fucking doctors and take a pill. But the other bunch of people that do kind of care and that don't abuse doctors, or maybe when you do want to see somebody, you want to be able to go visit a holistic doctor. There needs to be those kinds of plans that people could buy into for doctors. That would be the most awesomest thing. Not just the government choice doctor. How about,
right.
I want to go to this Native American doctor, and he should have a plan. Whatever. They should be many different comprehensive plans, thousands of them, that should be allowed. They should be organizing for different, doctor plans and hospital plans. So if that was the case, He should have been talking about it.
Look, first of all, I don't need mentally unbalanced individuals, all these pillow-biting Democrats, to try to pass off some bill that's going to screw me and the rest of the American people. I don't need them. Well, they should be in straitjackets.
See, if the end game is that you don't really have to pay into, if you long as you don't have to pay that $5,000 fees or whatever.
Well, that's what we were saying last week. We were saying, well, isn't Obamacare already defeated? I mean, you don't have to pay the penalty.
Well, yes, right. So that aspect is defeated, but then again, people still can't get health care.
I mean, what pisses me off is that bastard Obama robs the American people for 8 years. Okay, Trump's done more in like 50 days than Obama did in 8 years. And Obama's got like 9 houses. I don't know how many freaking houses he has. And there's still homeless veterans on the street, dying. American people dying. Meanwhile, Obama is laughing at us all, waging war against Trump. Literally, it was just confirmed. Confirmed. You hear me, Chris Matthews, you pillow-biting bastard? You hear me, Don Lemon, you powdered shit donut? You hear me, Van Jones, who's scared of breakfast? Look, it was confirmed. Okay, yeah, that guy Nunez, they wiretapped Trump.
Yeah, they wiretapped him.
Yeah. So what are they bullshitting about?
Yeah, they want to get into rhetoric, words, like wiretap. No, why does it have to be wiretap?
Look, Trump explained it. He said, look, when I said wiretapping, it was like an old school way of saying that they were surveilling me. So they took that out of context. Oh, he didn't wiretap you. Did he put some bug in your shoe?
Is there a bug somewhere?
Yeah, again, with the semantics.
Anywhere, like semantics.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a great interview with, speaking of semantics, that was fabulous with Jordan. He's just so...
Well, look for more bigger and better things to come with our great friend Jordan Maxwell. I mean, just a fountain of knowledge. But look, President Trump, I mean, he's a G. He's a hustler. He's a G and a hustler. Meanwhile, Snoop Doggy Dogg is just a stinky buster. Okay? And I got a bone to pick with that dog. Because that dog tried to pimp out my wife.
No, he didn't.
Before they made their outrageous claims that they were going to pimp out Trump's wife. The fucking little butt rape, butt stitches, Bow Wow. Whatever, he sent you like a card saying that he'd love to have you on Doggy Fizzle wearing, some lingerie izzle. I don't know. You told me you talked to some of his people or something.
Yeah, but some old
Okay, well, he was interested in pimping you out. And that really lights a fire under my ass.
Manager.
He wants to pimp out my wife. He wants to pimp out the president's wife. Yo, Snoop Doggy Dogg, I got something for you, poop Doggy Dog. Okay, you show up in my town, I'm going to be there with 100 freaking Trump supporters, maybe more. And we're going to make sure that your ass don't freaking play your little concert here in Arizona. All right, mark my words. I'm organizing it right now. I'm going to get all the deplorables out here, and we're going to tell Snoop Doggy Dogg this. We're going to say, hey, ho, Snoop Dogg has got to go. Okay? That's what we're going to say. We're going to have a pro-Trump, anti-Snoop rally in commemoration of all the snoopers that are snooping on us as well. Snoop's rap is just crap.
Okay.
Right? He's the dog father of whack.
Snoop alone.
Let me tell you something. Look, Snoop made a career out of exploiting women, saying horrible things. Okay. Trump says, "I'm gonna grab her by the pussy." You figure Snoop would be behind that? I'm gonna grab her by the pussy. 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 Right? I already made a fucking hit right there, live on air. Okay. Hey, what happened? I thought gangster rap was about Glocks and Gats, and now you got snowflake rap.
I know. He wants no guns, and then he has videos of people of shooting Trump and all kinds of shit. I mean,
it's unbelievable. Just a black magic Luciferian. That's what you have. A black magic Luciferian.
He's just an agent. He's a provocateur agent. Obviously, he's getting old, so he needs something to do.
Yeah, just rap FBI COINTELPRO. I'm sick of all these double standards, okay? You couldn't make fun of Obama or whatever. You couldn't. I mean, could you imagine? Oh, okay. They're bitching that they hung Obama and they wore stupid masks. That's nothing compared to the ridicule they're giving Trump. They literally having mock assassinations of him. His music videos, and it's just beyond me that the Secret Service doesn't have their foot up Snoop poopy dog's butt.
But you have to understand that Donald Trump is also like
poop doggy dog.
He doesn't care. He's like such a free speech president. He's such a, Well,
that's good.
I mean, and then legally,
to a certain extent,
legally, he's being sarcastic and making it into comedy. So it's parody. You know what I'm saying? It's considered parody in the law, in the eyes of the law. So it's comical and it's cute, whatever. It's stupid, but what do you want to do? He didn't come out and try to call for a war on Trump. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a parody. So it's okay. And then Trump has got to be like a free speech guy. He's not going to try to challenge that. He's making him look like an idiot. He would never do that.
Everybody's going after Trump. You got leftists in black.
Appreciate him.
You have leftists in stinky black robes going after Trump. Okay, these two judges that keep denying his orders. Why the hell aren't they in Guantanamo Bay?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why they're not written in a way where...
I mean, they're keeping the shackles of liberalism right on America. Okay? They want us to bow down to our own executioners. Okay, these left-wing nuts, these judges in robes that are working for Barry and the deep state.
Yeah, he ran to Hawaii, right? I mean, he ran there and that same day and met with that dork judge, Hawaiian island judge.
I mean, Obama's just an ass, okay? 8 years of this sociopathic psychopathy under that treasonous bastard. I'm sick of it. And he's still continuing. He's still president. In his mind, he's still president. Okay? You have that Hillary, that slut bitch cunt of a daughter, her daughter getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, and then she goes on and says, David Rockefeller was a humanitarian. Meanwhile, the son of a bitch Rockefellers were funding Mengele. How do you like them apples?
They also funded other things that were good. I mean, I know they're complex, and I don't really want to get into their everything good. No, but it's because I don't have it. But I do know that they also funded a lot of educational.
But it's okay, right? It's okay that Obama did it because Obama's like Charlie Murphy, right? He's mad niggerish, right? Right?
No, nobody would challenge that piece of shit, but
I tell you what, it's coming down to. It's going to come down to. I don't know if you remember that movie Demolition Man. And Sylvester Stallone was like walking around. They like unfroze him from 1996. He came back to 28 or whatever. And they unfroze him, and he says like a bad word. He says butt wipe or something. He's I need to wipe my butt or something. You got anything other than these little shells? And there's some machine that gives him a ticket for saying bad words. Okay. These are the most fascist, totalitarian fucks that ever walked the planet. I mean, we're wrestling more than just fake news. I mean, it's come down to the point where wrestling is more real than the news.
Yeah.
Some of those body slams are way more real than any of the fake news I see on CNN.
Yeah, well... actually, people do get hurt. It looks like it, I mean, it's a constructed script, but it doesn't look like. I don't know. It looks fake, but it looks like they do get hurt.
It was way worse when I was growing up. I had this wrestler named Mankind that they literally threw off a steel cage that was like 50, 60 feet in the air. They threw him off the damn thing, and then they threw him through the thing, and then they threw him through the thing again on top of a freaking bunch of tacks that were on his butt and his face. I mean, whoa.
But I've seen the wrestlers rehearse over and over and over and over and over and over again. So they look more like clowns rehearsing than boxers, for example, because we used to go to the Gleason's boxing gym where I used to box. That's why, I can watch them.
Speaking of clowns, you just mentioned a big clown, Rat Ryan, who was like Pagliacci, the sad clown today. Did you see that?
Mm.
He looked like Pagliacci. It's like, oh, we couldn't pass my treasonous Obamacare light bill.
Well, they should do it, I'm telling you. And then not everybody, you should have like hospital care separate and just many different tiers. If you have a lot of money, we used to have like Oxford Plan and Blue Cross Blue Shield. They should go back to that shit. Stop with this bullshit. Just make a thick Bible, organized with just a beautiful plan, a structure, not this stupid slop. Please, we don't want fast food. You want to have a good plan? Then you should be hashing it out to the public prior to dropping it, into the legislation. So, it should be. Everything should be on the table. Everybody should be aware of what the fuck is going on. Their plan, obviously, it seemed like a big slip up, and I think Donald had higher hopes. People probably told him things.
Look, the bright part, people went in there and they said, "Hey, Ryan and the whole bunch of rats put in a whole bunch of gun control, legislation in the American healthcare, and your fan base." You tell them you're not going to take the guns. Well, they're not going to take too kindly to this healthcare bill if it passes. So I think clandestinely, Trump wanted the bill to fail.
Well, yeah, maybe after he took a deep look into it, but it just obviously was not set up for success, and I'm sure Trump knew that because Trump knows about success. It's one thing he knows. He knows a surefire thing, and that's why he's president. And that's why.
But I seriously think that the scariest villain that Trump is facing, way scarier than any Freddy Krueger or any Jason Voorhees, is CNN. Last night on the Powdered Shit Donuts show,
he loves so hard.
Don Lemon, that powdered shit donut, that's what I call him. He has like a team of 6 pillow-biting liberals trying to attack Trump. He's got like a whole command center in CNN trying to attack Trump. Well, guys like that moron Van Jones and the other ones with the real fake news, the Comedy Central, the Daily Shit. What I'm calling. It was shit when Jon Stewart was there, and now it's just straight up diarrhea. Okay, I used to watch Comedy Central all the time. Back in the day, South Park and all that stuff. But I don't watch that crap now. And as a matter of fact, I'm boycotting any company that's anti-Trump. I don't want to do business with them. Okay? It's just ridiculous. Okay, that Obama didn't face any adversity. Okay, but as soon as you get a Republican in there, oh, that's it. That's it. Oh no, we're gonna war. It's time to resist Trump. Really? This is just unbelievable. Okay, and you want to talk about unbelievable, folks? Okay, I'm looking at the whole Pizzagate thing, and I'm not making any apologies for Pizzagate. Okay, because I'm transitioning here into deeper, darker things. I'm looking on the internets. And I'm telling you, there's all sorts of evidence. Okay, you have Tony Podesta. You know what Tony Podesta is inspired by? This is John Podesta, who was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, and he was with the Obama administration. You know what his brother gets inspired by? Okay, Tony Podesta has a sculpture of a victim that was brutally murdered by Jeffrey Dahmer. And he's got it in his fucking house like it's Art Nouveau. The same thing with his twisted brother, who has art on the walls depicting cannibalism, and he says, oh, it's a lot better to be the guy with the fork. Okay? But it gets even more chilling. There's all sorts of pictures of underground tunnels being constructed. Okay? And if you keep up with the urban legends from Washington, D.C., you know, they got like a map that basically, I mean, the whole city is mapped out like a satanic, Freemasonic, you know, all sorts of, you know, architecture and images from aerial view. But underground is a hidden network of tunnels, underground tunnels and underground networks. Of course, we're in the event of total war, they want to bring the president down there.
Yeah, they have them. It goes. They have tunnels.
Well, like the Vatican.
They have tunnels, from what I understand, going from the White House all the way to Mount Weather, which is somewhere mid-Virginia. We drove kind of past it.
No, but this is where they're taking their victims. Okay, more than likely they take them underground and you never hear from them again. I mean, the same thing in the Vatican. Okay, they take them to the dregs, and Lord knows what they do to these poor,
Bruce,
innocent children.
I don't know about being underground. Okay, just because it is underground, but not you know, in the clandestine way, but not physically underground. Because those tunnels, they're half of FEMA works there, right? You don't understand. That's
you mean Bruce?
I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry, Bruce Ray.
No, just Bruce Montalvo.
Yes. So, but half of FEMA works over there in the NSA. They have bases out of Mount Weather, and it goes 6 stories down from what I heard. I think 6. You know, it's huge. And it goes down below 6 levels, and that's pretty much what I know. It's all like a lookout. You know, like people working. It looks like NASA. You know what I'm saying, with computers and shit like that. So it's not what you think. There's like a more like an underground military. That's pretty much what it's like. Yeah.
And what's to stop these guys from going underground and doing these sick atrocities that they're being blamed for?
Because that's not the place they're going to do it. Okay, they're not going to do it around other military officials because there's women.
How do you know there's military down there? You've been underground? I mean, we know that there's an underground network of Washington, D.C. tunnels, but I'm sure there's military in certain areas. But I mean, it could very well be an underground city.
Yeah, and it's like it's an underground. I told you, there's FEMA people all in there. You know.
Well, you know what? What got me talking about this is the fact that Alex Jones actually apologized to Alefantis. So it could be one or two things.
Upset you.
It could be one or two things. Okay, it could be that Jones was threatened by the Alefantis people.
That's what it sounded like to me. It definitely sounded like a threat of his
or
life,
they're threatening
or a lawsuit.
Or they're threatening a lawsuit.
It sounded, or the takedown of his business. It was definitely a threat. He sounded like, he didn't sound like he was really apologizing. He sounded
like he was reading something that his lawyer gave him to read so they don't get into deep shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they stepped on him because those people have a lot of money. I mean, you don't just start throwing out names and things without.
Well, did you hear Alex on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Yes,
I mean, he left no stone unturned.
No, he totally, in his mind, it's obvious he totally believes it. It's not like, and I feel like he was.
It's a legal battle.
People.
That or they're threatening his family.
I think that somebody he can't go and just be.
I mean, Alefantis is like one of the top 50 power players of Washington, D.C. I mean, if the elites want a little boy, or they want a little girl, or whatever, a little Haitian freaking hermaphrodite, this guy's going to get it for them.
Exactly. He's got so much money, and
he's connected to Epstein.
There's people that are so wealthy, and
the pedophile billionaire.
Usually, it's those freaky, weird rich people that are pedos and do weird shit, or like dominatrix. Like I used to know this chick. She wasn't like my friend or anything. She was a friend. She used to whip both the son and the head of the ear, eye, and throat hospital in New York City. Her name was Tanya, and she was from Brazil. She had a gross mole on her lip. But she would whip both the father and the son she'd get paid for. So everybody's, with this kind of money, people are fucking freaks. And you'll find that a lot of freaky pedos, it's like they have had everything. They can have everything. So then they go to, like, Thailand. That's where a lot of them are going. Like, just a lot of just a lot of white guys, actually, a lot of creepy old white dudes that just go to Thailand and they spend their money to get their little fixes over there. And that's where they have no laws over there. I mean, it's lawless and shit. The grown-ups are fucking kids. It's gross. It's a big sex industry. But here they, it's just easier for them to do it here. I mean, they have the same guys, the same money, and they'll just bring the people to them, just like fast food delivery. And that's why it's so close to the pizza thing. But, look, we heard Podesta's voice. It was creepy, saying, I am your father. It sounded just,
right, in that heavy Chicago accent.
Yeah, it sounded just like him. I mean, and he looked like he was screaming at a retarded girl, or an autistic person. It's so clandestine. We are not involved with it. We're not cops. We're not, we're just investigative journalists. So we can just take what we see. And
we're the Fifth Estate.
Yeah, I mean, the FBI left an actual physical report.
But you can't trust those disgusting bastards over at the FBI. I mean, that was probably a report done by good guys in the FBI. Now, where are those guys now?
Okay.
Have you heard of the guys that classified all the code words and the symbols for the pedophilia they've been using? I haven't heard from these guys. That's probably because they're dead.
Or they were told to shut the fuck up.
Or they were told to shut up.
They won't have a job or pension. Oh, this is too big for you. We're going to take this from you, okay? That's what they did. And the higher-ups came in.
I couldn't believe when I was watching Comey up there, that interview he gave, and he said no comment on any of the leaks, the possible leaks, that we know are coming from the Obama camp. He said, "No, I got no comment, but I got to take a leak." He had to take a piss. So the whole thing is just a big... He's a pisser. It's just a big freaking hubbubaloo. It's a farce.
That's funny.
It's a big fart. That's what it is.
But I'm human. What did he say?
Yeah, I'm not made of steel.
Yeah, I'm not made of steel.
Yeah. Yes, I see that rat bastard from the FBI, and he was like screaming at Trey Gowdy or something, and his freaking teeth were all yellow. He looked like a dirty Brooklyn street rat. You can't trust that. That's the head of the FBI, a dirty Brooklyn street rat? You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, folks. He already said he's not going to have any charges put on that criminal Hillary Clinton. No, nothing. No, nothing. This just, I don't understand why Trump can't just uproot that son of a bitch, or why he didn't do that beforehand. Why they didn't find some way. But they're too powerful. The deep state is too powerful.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of people that have been making compromises since 2001. They've been there since Bush, and they're not going to change. They were appointed. They're there, and that's it.
Well, the deep state literally unmasked the American people. I mean, they unmasked the American people like a Mexican luchador.
There's no.
They think the American people are Mexican luchadors. You got no privacy. Here you go. This is who Mil Mascaras really is. Yeah, this is who El Santo really is. They just unmasked us.
Yeah, Jordan basically said it. I mean, there's no justice, I mean, they're so corrupt, and they can, you should have seen what happened in my lawsuit. I had 5 freaking witnesses, experts. I had 300 examples. In the appellate court, one of the judges held up and said, I see, when I look at this, I can't tell the difference. So he was admitting, Judge Gleason, that the infringement took place and my work was stolen. Therefore, I should have won.
You want to talk about recusing yourself?
No, I should have won the case. Okay, but
I'm saying that judge should have recused himself.
Not the one that said that he saw something.
Oh, okay.
That's the appellate judge.
Oh, I'm getting confused.
The district judge, the one underneath him, they get 3 appellate judges. You get 1 district judge. So the district judge, Judge Sullivan, he worked for Levi's. who I was.
So you're completely vindicated. Everybody thought you were batshit crazy. Okay, they said, "Oh, Jaja, yeah, okay, 50 Cent song sounds exactly like yours, but come on, how did he steal it?"
Why?
Meanwhile, we know now for a fact. Hell, we knew it in 1996 in the movie Enemy of the State. Okay, they could see you, from the satellites. They could watch you, turn on your TV and watch you. You're completely vindicated. Now, as we speak, we have an audience of CIA on your phone, NSA on our 2 TVs.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that? They're even on our fucking Apple laptops right now.
That's right.
That's right.
Maybe satellites.
There is no privacy anymore.
I wanted you to ask Jordan what he thought about flat Earth.
I was thinking of how I could throw that in
Yeah.
to the conversation, but it just didn't call for it.
Right.
This time, as you heard him, he wants to work with me exclusively. I want to work with him as well. He's an encyclopedia of knowledge, much of the knowledge that I hold dear. It's a lot that I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to talk about a dynamic duo. He's definitely the Batman to my Robin.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing.
Really great. You have a nice flow. I've heard him many times with a lot of people, and you really understand things, and you're curious, and you're enthusiastic. And I find that, although when he's been on other people's shows, he's always a little interesting because he's so smart. But some people just don't pull it out of him. They just kind of sidetrack him a little bit, and because they're not as intrigued or they're not as knowledgeable. So
right. All right, but let's go back to the incompetence surrounding Trump. Okay, he's got so many incompetent idiots around him. Just the other day, I turned on the telly and I'm looking at this idiot Spicer, the press secretary, and he looks stoned. Flies were flying around him.
Was funny.
Like he hadn't washed his suit since he got the job. And not to mention he had a big old piece of broccoli sticking out of his freaking mouth.
That was gross. That's the first thing you notice. You're like, oh, he's got some broccoli in his teeth.
Are you kidding me? No wonder the stupid crats are laughing at the whole Republican just fan base and just all the people. They're laughing at it. He's got such incompetence around him. He didn't know until the last minute that Rat Ryan was going to put all sorts of gun control crap in that healthcare bill? They didn't tell him?
Maybe they just snuck it in and then it was...
But, like I said, look, Trump always amazes me, okay? He always amazes me. You want to talk about superhuman. How is it that, he literally, it's like Julius Caesar. He's got all these people against him ready to stab him in the back, and he's supposed to pass this bill that they want him to pass, and at the end, it's like he's smartened up. I tell you what, if it's not for the Breitbart people that are in there guiding him, we'd have total bedlam.
Well,
we wouldn't have the Trump we have.
Well,
thank God for those Breitbart people.
Breitbart are Jewish, and because they really, they have a lot of legal minds probably. And
oh, right. But the left still wants to say because I'm Mexican American and you're Jewish and I'm Jewish too. That the left wing media will say that we're racist for siding with Breitbart.
They're idiots.
Could you believe they took off Judge Andrew Napolitano? They fired him from Fox News the other day. Why? Because he said that Obama was using... He said the truth. He said Obama's using GCHQ so they can't track him, so there's no paper trail, so that, that it all points to somebody else and not Obama. And guess what Rupert Murdoch did over at Fox or Hoax News? Okay, all those libtards pretending to be conservatives over there. All those they live reptilians on Fox News. They fired him. They fired the only guy that wasn't a fucking reptilian. You believe that? No, but I'm going to have Kenan Thompson, who was probably getting butt raped by that one guy from Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider. I'm going to have him make fun of, me or Alex Jones or David Icke or everybody that's at the forefront of exposing the truth. There's, oh yeah, all black people are reptilians. They'll find a way to spin it. It's incredible.
Hey, you were on, you called in Clyde Lewis' show.
Yes, I did. I was on air with Clyde, and that was one hell of a show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was called The Cult of Death.
It was a great show, and then you were, you felt the need to call in because you totally came with the personal story there.
Well, yeah, I mean, the story was simple. It's I have a bruja for a mother. Clyde is doing a whole show on the Santa Muerte, so I decided who better to call than me. So I called and I said, hey, it's not just the Santa Muerte that these evil Mexicans are praying to. Okay, there's also the Guadalupe. Okay, they have her dressed up with all sorts of jewelry and all sorts of stuff. Okay, what did they say? That thou shalt not worship false idols? Well, this is as false of an idol as it gets. It goes all the way back to Assyrian times. Guadalupe is basically a reinterpretation of Ishtar, of the deity Isis. So, I mean, she's a demon. Yeah. And that's another way that they mask her, as the Santa Muerte, the Guadalupe. So I called in specifically to share with Clyde my trials and tribulations of having to deal with a bruja for a mother that stole my child and basically turned my child against me. And it's the powers, those dark powers of the Santa Muerte and the Guadalupe that have perverted my young child's mind into hating her father and not wanting to talk to us. I mean, we're lovely people. You hear us every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern on TalkStream Live. Aren't we lovely folks? We're quality, one-of-a-kind, genuine people.
No, we did great things with her, but, we did bowling and swimming and jewelry and sculpture.
I mean, I am not some John Podesta that has an underground freaking rape dungeon, okay? I don't pray to the Santa Muerte.
You don't even hit your kid. So, I mean, there was no reason for it. Her brain has gone gaga,
That's right, Jaja.
Yeah, no, she's really doesn't really think, and she's just mesmerized by the stupidity of your mother. Sorry to say that on air.
No, she's a bruja. I don't care. Okay, I'm a true son of a bitch, and my mother's gonna go straight to hell with David Rockefeller.
I mean, who lights black candles in front
Go
of
straight to hell. And that's what I told Clyde. I said, look, my daughter confided in me that my bruja mother was lighting black candles and praying to the Santa Muerte, Guadalupe. And if you look at the Guadalupe, if you really study the effigy, you'll see that the bull from ancient Assyrian times, the Lamassu, also the horned bull that you've come to know as the Baphomet, okay, that the Knights Templar would pray to, okay, they put it, the Jesuits adorned it on to the Guadalupe. And again, the Guadalupe was also rebranded, renamed from another deity, the Black Madonna. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the occult powers that govern us are so prevalent. I mean, it's like a language of symbols that you have to be a studied individual in this field to just see the evil right in front of you.
And you know what's amazing with your mother is just that every time she does something like legal, it's done on like some witchcraft holiday.
That's right. I get court papers around Beltane or Maybon, this and that. Harvest time I was in court.
Yeah, right after Christmas she pulled the shit with your daughter.
Right after Christ Mass, after Saturnalia. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, everything is to the core, which makes me think that once you tap into the evil, you're gone. I mean, you can open it up and look at it, I mean...
Well, I don't want to mention my mother's name on air.
But you could.
But
you should.
I will, in another way. It's very, very close to the name Aisha, which was Muhammad's concubine, his 9-year-old rape victim. And Aisha also sounds like Ishtar, also sounds like Isis, also sounds like Assyria. So, you could tell a lot from a person just by their zodiac, or their name alone.
And you never understood why your mother's name sounds so Arabic, because it's an Arabic name. And then I looked at a picture of her today. I said, you know what? Your mother looks Iranian.
You're going to throw me under the bus? Now everybody's going to think that Bruce is part...
Well,
now you know why I'm so mean to her on air, folks.
You know what?
Sometimes.
We're all a mix of a million things. I'm also part because my grandfather was from Turkey, but he was also a Jew, so they were Sephardic. But who the hell knows what got mixed up where? You know?
Right, it's one big butt-fucking Brady Bunch cesspit of nut and all sorts of disgusting... I'm getting gross now.
Yeah, I know. We really are.
Old grannies are tuning me out now. They're like, oh, God!
Yeah, I mean, we're just a blend of so many different things, you know?
They're all a bunch of mutts, right?
Yeah.
Except for the Aryan race trying to build a world full of Picassos and Mozarts. Wouldn't you want to live in a world filled with Picassos and Mozarts?
Yeah, well, you know, Bruce and I reacquainted ourselves with the old film Boys from Brazil.
Yeah, speaking of nut, men jelly, go on.
Yeah.
I like calling him that, men jelly.
Men jelly. It was really a great movie.
What a twisted fuck
Netflix.
That guy was.
It's on Netflix again. It's an old 70s movie. And it really is weird how they just moved to South America, and then the Mossad was after them, but then they weren't really after them, but then they were. Then they let
the Hitler babies get away.
Yeah. Well,
Lieberman let them get away.
Yeah, because there was.
What are you going to do? Kill children? You'd be no different than them.
Yeah, it's true. You're not supposed to kill children, and it doesn't matter. You know, like I wouldn't kill baby Hitler.
You wouldn't go back in time and cut baby Hitler's ding dong off.
No.
Maybe if you did that, well, you know what? It wouldn't make a damn difference because they put in Himmler in the Heisenbassen.
He wasn't strong enough. They would put Goebbels in.
You've seen that guy jog? He looked like a little bitch.
Yeah, no. They probably would have put Goebbels in. That's why he was right up there with the propaganda machine also.
Oh, Goebbels was one evil bastard.
Well, he was his
mouth was pretty evil.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know, evil, but I mean, he was an orator that was loud and aggressive, and he was able to get to the people.
But could you believe, I mean, we're talking about Nazis here, but could you believe that today we have mega crooks, mega criminals, like Hillary Clinton, calling Rockefeller, who funded Mengele's Boys from Brazil, that whole satire, the truth, the bits of truth that are in that movie, okay, they were funded by the Rockefeller. So, with Rockefeller's death, I mean, it was really, they want to say he's the head of the Hydra, but the head of the Hydra didn't die with Rockefeller.
Head of the Hydra, that just means, that's an oxymoron, okay? Because there's many heads to a Hydra. So
that's right, he was just one tentacle to a whole bunch of Cthulhus that are like conjointed by like the liver or something.
Yeah, there's millions of them.
You know what? I'm thinking that he probably faked his death or something. He's probably like part robot, part like iguana.
I don't think so. I don't know. They have pictures of the funeral. I don't think so.
No, I'm just telling the joke.
Why would he need to? He doesn't need to hide.
But I tell you what, look, just like J. Edgar Hoover's mind is still running the FBI, I think his mind will be running the show for a very long time. I mean, his family, I mean, you know how these occultists are. They like to fuck, and have so many freaking kids. That way their hegemony is ensured for future ages. There's just so much evil from these Rockefellers. I mean, they're behind the whole Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the vaccines and could you believe even the Twin Towers were called Nelson and David at one point? They were going to call them. I mean, the Rockefellers were like the pillars of the New World Order, the One World Order. I mean, he just admitted flatly, yep, our family is involved in trying to backstab America and start a one world order.
Yeah, but all of them, Brzezinski,
and nobody
Kissinger,
cared.
I mean, these guys are like, those are the rulers. I mean, those are the old dudes. I mean, the Rose, Karl Rove.
But is it safe to say he's going to go to hell? I mean, if there is a hell, I mean, he's going right to it. Right there with Gandhi and all those bastards. They're going right to hell. Do you think so?
I don't know.
But you know what's going on? It's the old world order dying. They're all dying. You see, Hillary, every time she hacks, it's like Pepe the Frog. You know, she hacked Pepe the Frog. She's hacking. She's dying. Okay, the Rockefellers are dying. It's the old world order dying. So the liberal world order is like shaking at their boots right now.
Yeah.
Hey, what the Carnegie financed stabilization? That's what they call it, stabilization. Okay, basically the American eugenics that influenced the Nazis. That was all part of the Rockefeller, stabilizing the population control. So you see that Bill Gates is basically spouting the same crap that the Rockefeller Foundation would spout. The whole Georgia Guidestones ideology. So it's just incredible. I mean, like I said, the Rockefeller family are the pillars, or they still are the pillars of the New World Order. I mean,
not the pillars,
globalist, puppet master, central banking philanthropists, or what I'm calling philanthropists.
But I mean, Rockefeller, he's not going to. I mean, he did some okay things, Bruce. I mean,
yeah, I'm a conspiracy nut. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it.
He did some okay.
Yeah.
Things. He did some medical research.
He's probably half reptoid now, and he's going to run the show from Saturn. That's right. That's right. But I tell you what, it's great to periodically have one of the greatest minds in astrotheology join us, on a weekly or monthly basis here on the Bruce Montalvo Show.
Yeah, everybody should join his
Research Society. I mean, expect big things from the Bruce Montalvo Show. I mean, I'm going 100% like a bull in a china shop. I'm ready to kick some ass. I mean, you hear me every week. Literally, folks, I'm like, throughout the whole week, I'm like writing notes and thinking of things that I can say to inspire and awaken humanity. Not a manatee. I don't care about manatees. Well, I do, actually. I don't want them to die. But I care about humanity. Know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you heard, but I mean, it's a little off the subject, but not really, because it could tie back into Pizzagate. There's like all these missing kids right now.
Right, 14 missing young girls.
But
I saw that earlier on before it's news.
But they've been like over 501.
And it's so crazy that before it's news that had all sorts of fake crap on it, it's starting to look more real than CNN.
Oh yeah, CNN is just is a mess.
No, but the Clinton followers, I tell you, they're worse than the three blind mice. They don't want to hear it.
People don't have time, Bruce. Not everybody has time to hash things out. And then just as much, and you know about propaganda, so it'll be told to them 10 times, and they'll believe it, and then again somebody will come and try to challenge it, and it wasn't told to them the 10 times before they heard it. So whoever gets to people first, it's hard. People have to survive. They're not always with one ear to the politics. They half look, they half listen, they half pay attention. You can't blame them. Everybody has to have happiness, and that doesn't make people happy. Most of those people are liars. They look, and if you want to absorb their information.
I tell you what, they should go investigate Chuck Schumer's basement right now, and I bet you'll find some of those little young girls in his freaking basement. Start with Schumer. Start with the Podestas. Arrest them now! I'm sick of it!
Okay, but there's 500 of these black girls missing, and they're cute too. They're really cute little girls.
Oh, they want some of the ebony now, huh?
Yeah,
that's what they want.
There's pictures of them. They're they're school pictures, they're bus pictures. They're making really cute faces. They look pretty, but
You know what? Chuck Schumer would call Jesus a bigot if he found out that Jesus supported Trump. Okay? Chuck Schumer and the Democrats, who are kidnapping young girls as we speak, as you just heard that breaking news. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats, they're just going to oppose anything the Republicans do, even if it's great. I'm not saying the Obamacare light bill was great. I'm not. But let me tell you something. Mr. Schumer, this is what he'd say if they came up with a cure for AIDS. Like, Mr. Schumer, Trump has the cure for AIDS. I will not support the cure for AIDS until Trump steps down. Mr. Schumer, Trump has the cure for cancer. I will not support the cure for cancer until Trump steps down.
How about the Indian Point is radioactive and is leaking and killing all of New York little by little as slow kill?
I will continue to support Indian Point, but I still want Trump to step down. Look,
I won't shut Indian Point down until he steps down.
I'll tell you what's a BFD, Chuck Schumer. You and your Pizzagate buddies getting pinched, you stuff-faced bastard!
They must be so rich and so powerful that they scared Alex Jones.
I'm telling you, no, but they're not going to scare me, okay? I'm going to be like freaking Rambo. Anybody comes near my wife, and I swear to God.
Listen, you're not investigating Pizzagate. Those guys that we just mentioned, they have people in intel. I mean, they have information that they know in their minds it's driving them nuts. But because it's information that they've seen or heard or, from facts or reliable sources, we don't have that to even go by. You just know it's going on.
And I'm sorry, folks, okay? I'm sorry that, the world is not all sunshine, gumdrops, and rainbows, and sparkling unicorn turds, okay? It's not, okay? They take the kids down to the cellar, okay? They fuck them, they kill them, they do whatever they do! And I'm sick of it!
Yeah.
I want some damn change! They're the most innocent members of our society being preyed upon by these evil reptilians. It makes me sick!
It's sick. I can't...
I want to grab Podesta and punch him 97 times in the face!
Okay. But, you don't have the physical proof of any sort of any shape or form. Leave it to the policemen.
Meanwhile, we're all just, we're all basically just being brainwashed and being sidestepped. Oh, don't look at this over here. Look at this over here. Oh, London's calling in a faraway town.
I know.
Now war is declared. Come out. London calling. Okay? I'm telling you, folks. Okay, it's been one hell of a Friday double feature. And I'm going to end it with this. Okay? They need to arrest John Podesta. They need to arrest Obama. They need to arrest Hillary Clinton. I don't care if you have to freaking have her in the jail's hospital up there serving time next to that IV. Arrest those sons of bitches or we're not going to have an America.
I think Obama should be arrested. I think there should be.
He's got 5 houses.
Okay.
All off of his Obamacare scam while there are dying American vets. We're dying because of this man.
He took money also with the Fannie and Freddie, and now I think what he needs to be arrested for, one of the many things is trying to block Trump and being.
Oh yeah, no, that's the last straw.
He's seditious, and I think
treasonous bastard.
I think if Trump is serious, and I know he's a celebrity and he doesn't really want to go there or whatever. Sometimes, maybe there's something about him. I know he's the president, but he's still a celebrity. So maybe it's a hard decision to take this man down.
They keep complaining about Trump using Twitter. Obama used Twitter all the fucking time.
This is the problem. The problem with Loretta Lynch's and Obama's...
She called for blood on the streets. Why isn't she in Delano right now?
Okay, these people have to be... They're horrible. They are plotting and they're conspiring and they're trying to overthrow the government. And I think Trump has to put his foot down. And, it's like they're provoking him. But you know what? He's a good guy. That's why they're questioning.
I see great good.
Yeah, that's why they're questioning him instead of him questioning Obama. Okay, why can't people just see that?
Obama was the most anti-Semitic president ever. If it were up to Obama, there'd be no Israel. It would be Crapistan right now.
No, my mother didn't even see when he mentioned that, about Israel, on his first speech. And she didn't see that all the Supreme Court justices, the Sonia Sotomayor's squishing her knees up like, ugh, Israel. Like, my mother didn't see them. Like, you have to.
Not just your mother, but all the crying snowflakes, okay, that are crying, okay, crying so much that I'm going to call a wambulance for them. That's what I'm going to do, okay? All right, folks, wrapping up here. I tell you what I would do, okay, if I was President Montalvo. I would ban the name Kim. Kim Kardashian, Kim Jong-un, okay? They're all terrible pieces of dog shit, and I'd bomb the shit out of them. Okay? And if you don't like that, you can kiss my ass. All right? All right. Now, let's do a quick top 10 here. Let's do a quick top 10. Let's see what we got. We got Trump saying, number 10, Trump saying Obamacare is going to explode. And number 9, Trump blames Democrats for GOP healthcare bill failure. We have number 8 here, House Republicans pull healthcare bill. Number 7, Fox News polls Judge Andrew Napolitano over his Trump wiretap claims. Talk about the Constitution being in exile. We're at number 7, right? Well, I did number 7. Number 6, Nunez confirms Obama administration spied on Trump transition team. Well, that's better than Gutierrez, right? That's number 6. And this was incredible. Proof of our Creator. Hand of God image seen in sky in Arizona. People are calling it a miracle. I'm calling it Project Bluebeam or a bunch of chemtrails that probably got together. Yeah. We got a bunch of little Hamzas all over the place. And what do you know? Oh, we're in Arizona too. And what do you know? They want to show us Hamza in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I had enough of Hamza when I was in Brooklyn and I had to go wash my underwear at his laundromat. Okay? Okay?
Speaking of Hamza,
Proof of our Creator. That was number 6.
This is Gaza.
Ugh, looks like a landfill in Jersey. Number 5, gun owners of America. To Paul Ryan, they said Paul Ryan's Obamacare 2.0 contains gun control. It still contains gun control. So I tell you what, all you pillow-biting MSLSDers that are saying that Trump suffered a loss. There was no loss, okay? He went in there knocking people out like Mike Tyson at the Trump Plaza. He knew. He fucking knew. He knew. He fucking knew. He knew that there was gun control in that bill, and he didn't pass it, okay? Number 4, Trump dismisses risks of falsehoods. I'm president and you're not. Yeah. What do you mean falsehoods? He's the president. You're not. Okay? He's got some swag, some pizzazz, some flash. He used an old school term. Hey, the motherfucker wiretapped me. The motherfucker wiretapped him. That motherfucker Obama wiretapped him.
Yeah.
Surveillance. What difference does it make?
Exactly.
Right?
Right. You say potatoes, you say tomato.
Tomato.
I'm sure it's not even just surveillance. I'm sure it's like you said, there's certain codes or certain
I tell you what,
programs.
I've been hearing the word surveillance so much, I'm getting like subliminals to go get a cerveza. That's right. You could survey me having a cerveza, you butt monkeys.
But they've done that to you before. You were once.
Yeah, I was drinking a Mexican beer once, and some troll said, "Put down your Mexican beer," on the computer.
Yeah,
I should have Screenomatic there.
Well, you couldn't prove that you were drinking a beer at the time, so whatever. It just was. I was witness to it.
Incredible. Here we go. Number 4, Trump dismisses risks of falsehoods. I'm president. You're not. I already did that. I'm going senile here. Number 3, Republicans rebelling against health care risk Trump's wrath. No, they don't. What wrath? You liberals will risk Trump's wrath. Okay? If you continue to sandbag the president of the United States. And number 2, London terror attack. ISIS claims responsibility. I haven't really talked about the London terror attack, but I'm going to let you know it was on 322. Now, what's 322? It's the Skull and Bones Secret Society 322. Hell, I'm getting reports that it said 322 on Big Ben, that they had the clock saying 322 or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure if you go and look it up, it's probably there. But all these false flags where the guy's shoe has to fall off, and they're just patenting this false flag after that Ohio State shooter, or that other London, he ran some people over, or this guy stabbed people. I mean, and now they mess up the name. He's supposed to be Abdul Sand Monkey this, but no, he's this guy now. Just reminiscent of the whole Boston bombing. I mean, it just has all the earmarks of a total psyop. And if I whip out my Illuminati card game, okay, zip, I'm going to whip it out. I'm going to throw down on the table the London card. So they've had London, and not just that, but if you watch that horrible movie, London's Falling, or whatever the hell, with that guy from the 300 that kept repeating Arnold Schwarzenegger's bad lines, I saw the London terror attack in that movie. So it's all predictive programming, revelation of the method. Again, trying to keep you scared. Operation Gladio, state-sponsored terrorism. Because in the end, who's going to lose? The people of Britain are going to lose. I mean, they're already living under one of the worst surveillance states in the world. But, I mean, can you blame them? I mean, they got a dirty, commie, muzzy mayor. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look like London anymore. It's a Londistan. Okay, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's totally a false flag, and they just want to psyop the public and scare everybody.
Number 2, Obamacare replacement testing Trump's deal-making skills. I already uncovered that, if anything, Trump knew that there was a hidden gun control bill in there, and he said, nay, I ain't down with that. And number 1, shocking claims Alex Jones apologizes to Alefantis for the whole Pizzagate, just covering Pizzagate. I mean,
it's his life and it's his job, and he's got a lot of kids he's got to worry about.
Okay, but it's just a shocker.
Yeah, well, it's scary that these people are so powerful that
these people literally are Satan.
A big powerful man in radio is.
Well, I think we should all get behind Alex. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you want to call him a gatekeeper or a shill.
No,
I mean, you're just. I'm not.
He's human.
You're just hurting the cause of liberty because he's at the forefront of punching these guys right in the mouth.
He's got a family to worry about and a business to worry about. Why does he have to be killed for some fucking pedos? Okay, his life doesn't have to. If they're killing kids, you think they're gonna care about him?
No.
Like all those rich men, right? He's just a little guy compared to those guys. So really.
Right. Well, Alex, it's a good thing he's strapped like Charles Bronson.
Yeah, but his kids aren't, okay?
Yes.
And they're all over the place, so.
Yeah. Very scary stuff, folks. But I tell you, we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep up the good fight. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Bruce Montalvo Show. All you people that want to see the bumblebees, thrive and not be endangered. All you people that hate the chemtrails in the skies. All you people that hate that you're being surveyed through all your appliances that tune into this show, that are in the know. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And we're going to keep doing this show for you as long as you guys listen. As long as there's breath in me, I will be doing this show. Okay, this engine isn't going to stop. It's going to keep going, and it's going to steamroll the New World Order right into the future.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold off on ripping apart Kanye this week because, he's coming in our stores and screaming at us and buying things in return.
Before we go,
I'm going to give him a chance.
You're having a lot of trolls, and, Jaja being the rap superstar that she is and always will be, she's got to deal with. I see it, folks. I see it firsthand. How she's attacked.
CIA agent with very famous and important relatives.
No, he's a gay fish. Okay, period. The end. Period. End of story. And he's got a midget for a wife that should be on the cover of the Keebler Elf cookies.
Okay, we did.
Now, that being said, she's a midget. She's probably one of the most photoshopped women in the world.
Okay, but
now, that being said, no, she's hideous.
No,
that being said, please, don't make me say more things that I don't want to say. That being said, you can shop with us. Where can they shop with us?
Oh, yeah. Go to, we're having a big sale. Go to Etsy.com, and you can check out Conceptual. We have 2 stores with them. Conceptual Subculture, Antique Obsessions, and Kid Jeweler. So you could go to Etsy.com, etsy.com/shop/Antique Obsessions, or Etsy.com/shop Conceptual Subculture or Kid Jeweler. All right,
that's right. You could follow us on Facebook at Antique Obsessions, our other Facebook, Conceptual Subculture, and check out our stores on Etsy. Beautiful, unique, one-of-a-kind, exquisite jewelry made in America by yours truly, Bruce Montalvo, and the rap superstar, Jaja. What else do you want? It's made in America.
Bracelets. I have some beaded, beautiful gemstone necklaces.
I mean, we're not making these things
with sterling.
We're not making these things in Uzbekistan, are we?
No,
we're making them in America.
Yeah, like I have rubies that are beautiful, freaking rubies from Africa, actually, and they're faceted and they're not dyed, so they're natural.
She's got all the diamonds. She's got all the pearls, and they're waiting for you.
Pearls, yes.
At Antique
Not so
Obsessions
much
and Conceptual Subculture. That being said, folks, we're out of time. Thank you for tuning in to this special double feature Friday. You know, you never know what I got up my sleeves, do you? Okay? And I got a big middle finger for anybody that wants to stop a sentient, free humanity. Not manatees, but humanity.
Yeah, and Shabbat Shalom.
And Shabbat Shalom. You can catch us on iTunes, The Bruce Montalvo Show, Stitcher, The Bruce Montalvo Show. Be sure to follow us at Twitter, Bruce Montalvo, at Jaja, and on YouTube. Be sure to check out our page, Exposed News. I mean, I'm going ultra viral. I think my last video's got like 30,000 hits right now, exposing the London false flag hoax. So be sure to subscribe, Exposed News. Check out Bruce Montalvo TV. I'm going to have my interview with Jordan Maxwell there up ASAP. And what else do you want? I'm doing this all for you. I'll catch you next time, folks. Same Montalvo dial, same Montalvo station. You've been listening to the best in conspiracy radio. Bruce and Jaja.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
All right, guys.
Shabbat Shalom.